Hello guys, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and welcome back to Bareham Engines. Well, as you can tell guys, I'm a bit smiley. The break has done me absolutely wonderful. I haven't missed coming back actually. I've really enjoyed the holiday. It's been a great breather. Well earned, I think. But I am actually really pleased to be back today. I've come back with a totally different frame of mind, and I've been really looking forward to doing a video. Only done one over the holidays. I apologise to you guys. I'm sure you've missed us, but it's done me the world of good. Isaac and I come back the Monday before Christmas, sort of did a video, but I really haven't had the enthusiasm to come in. I've just enjoyed the break, which is a good thing, isn't it? So, 2025. New year, new me, new business, is it? Well, we're going to come back with a different attitude, certainly. I have, and I'm sure Isaac may do. We've got things sort of in order for this year to run slightly different. I've told you in a couple of previous videos, so we're not going to go into that. But yeah, more so the sort of attitude, more of a relaxed sort of attitude. Not going to let the sort of warranty side of it and that annoy me. We're just going to do that the official, proper way, do the correct steps, try and keep everyone happy, but staying in the sort of the rules and regulations, really, of the warranty sort of situations. It's a difficult business to be in, this is really, the engine reconditioning game, because there's so much to go wrong. There's so much to go wrong before, after, and during the engine building process. When it leaves here, even if we do everything correct, we've still got then, you know, tuners and fitters and all that can be held responsible, but it always ends back on our doorstep. So it's very difficult, but we're going to try and deal with it the correct way now. Same with the customers. We certainly don't want to alienate any customers, but things like the Ring doorbell, locking the door, we've only been doing that for 2 or 3 days now. Absolute game changer. You wouldn't believe it. The pressure of just knowing that people can't wander in and out, doing something important, you turn around, whoa, there's someone there right next to you where they shouldn't be wandering around the workshop. It's ridiculous. So that has worked really positive. Everyone that's come round, no one's moaned about it. They've all just accepted that that's the way it is. You know, you can't just walk into engineering workshops these days. But obviously, if we ever have an engine off one of you guys, you come round, we'll always make you feel more than welcome, give you a little tour around the place and that. We just can't have people wandering around. So it's health and safety at the end of the day. And like a lot of you guys say, it's very important and shouldn't be taken lightly. So that's exactly what we're not going to be doing. So what has changed since we've come back? Well, we've had a few things in, guys. A couple expected, couple of unexpected things. First of all, down here, we've got an old friend, Ben Rowe, races a Toyota Celica, I do believe. And this is a block out of one of his Celicas. This is a turbo, running about 20 PSI, and he's had a bit of a nightmare with an injector, and it's caused one of the pistons to melt down the side. So this one in here is just for a rebore. He's dropped this off earlier. We didn't see Ben all last year, and he races in a race series. Didn't see him all last year, so usually with customers like that, no news is good news, for them anyway. But it's nice to see that Ben had a successful year, won his class. This is his road car, apparently, and we've just got to rebore it and supply a set of pistons, so it's lovely to see him. This one down here, guys, this is an MGB. This is an early one, a 3 main bearing, as opposed to the 5 main bearing. This one's come in unexpected, but this is a rebore. By the looks of it, it's maybe a balance, set of pistons, maybe face the block, balance the crank, usual stuff, and he's going to be building it. So no disasters there, quite nice little machining jobs to do. We have still got to do the BDA, guys, and it's great that in one of my previous videos, a lot of you really do agree with the choice of engine and agree on the vehicle that we've chose for our second project, the Mark II Escort van, which is going to be lovely, especially with a nice singing BDA in there, 2 litre. So, yeah, as soon as Charlie from CTM has got back to me with the selection of parts, sent me some juicy photos, I shall share them with you, of course. Really looking forward to getting involved with that Mark II Escort van. But we're not going to be getting involved with it too soon, guys. We're going to be cracking on with some work, taking it nice and easy this year, let's get the kit car done first of all, because we need to be getting out in that in the spring to do some track days. That is definitely on my things to do in 2025. Get out in that kit car, start enjoying it again. We really miss that, Isaac and I. So that's definitely what the first thing that we're going to be sorting out. Ryan has actually updated me this morning with things on the BMW. So he started to fill it, bit of fiberglass here and there, get it all sort of straightened out. Hopefully, it's not going to be too long, a few weeks, I'd say, before we're in primer. And then it's going to be looking a different kettle of fish. So once that thing's back here, that's going to be a nice slow process, logging it all on camera and showing you guys the road to getting that BMW finished. Really exciting. The Escort is not going to be for some time, probably towards the end of the year-ish before we start getting really involved with that. And it's just going to be one of those in-between things, something to just log on the channel, guys, another thing. But yeah, really excited about that. Love the Mark II Escort van. The Mark II Escort van is actually more of a Mark I facelift. So it's got like the Mark II front, but a lot of things are Mark I. It's still got those beautiful Mark I lines down the side, as opposed to the sort of straight on the Mark II. So it's a bit of a mixture of both. So it's a beautiful, well, if you can have such a thing as a beautiful looking van, it's pretty cool. So what have I got going today? First of all, that engine that was down here, the one that sat down there, the Cosworth, the customer actually got in touch with me just before Christmas and said, not pushing, but how are you getting on? You've had it since September. So fair enough, we've got that on the boring bar today. I'm chomping that out, and that is a full set of liners. So this is a 205 block, but it has got a porous bore. So down there, look, you can see, just down there somewhere, there's a bit of a hole in the bore. So we're going to be putting a full set of ductile iron liners in there, refacing the block, boring it back to standard. He's got a good set of pistons, which we're going to be checking. If they're all good, measure up fine, we can use those pistons. No reason why we can't. Save him a few quid, as soon as we're putting liners in it. And he's just sent the cylinder head for us to sort of go through and check, make sure everything's okay, give it a little bit of a birthday. But that's that one, guys. I'm going to get that one done this week and get that on its way for him. So the second thing over here on the boring bar is the V8. So this is the V8 Rover that I put the liners in just before Christmas. And you see there, I've got it on the hone. I'm just going to hone out the bores now. I've got 4 thou to come out of each one of them liners. So it's going to be a fairly slowish process, but the next day or two, once we get that done, that block is pretty much complete then. Next thing will be to send the crank assembly off. Now we've got the new pistons to Charlie at CTM. Let those boys balance the crank, because as I said to you before, we can't balance the V8s yet, unfortunately. And then what else we got? We've got to go through the heads. And yeah, once we've got the balance done, guys, that's pretty much it. I think we've got to put the crank rods and pistons in the block. Once it's all done, customer can have it back. So little jobs like that, we're just going to plod through. John's got that other V8 over there, which he's going to bore after I've finished, hone, after I've finished honing that. And then he's got to put that together. So that's the bits over there for that. We've obviously got to start this V6 Cosworth, no rush. That would be we'll get that on the stand once the Subaru's done. This one here, we've got the go-ahead. This is the L200, which we've got the bottom end, which we've done. Brand new cylinder head. We've just got to plonk that on the block, get it all built up, timed up, and that's another one out the way. Good news on the storage container. We've managed to get one sorted from a company. They're going to be sending that hopefully in the next few weeks, and we can get that in that spot there and get most of the stuff on racking in there, get it all sort of tidied up and put away, and then we'll have all this floor space free of stuff, and it's going to be absolutely lovely. Just in time for the BMW to come back and get on the ramp. Not that I'm doing it just for that, guys. Not that I'm doing it for that. It's just so we can walk around freely without the risk of tripping over anything. Plus, we'll have just sort of more space to generally move about, get blocks and what have you over to the hone and stuff like that. So yeah, a lot more ideal. Well, guys, I'm sure you're all wondering, last part of today's video, we've still got the dreaded V6 Range Rover engine sitting next to my very beautiful M3 E36 engine. But anyway, that's a different subject. So, what is happening with the V6? You might all be thinking. Well, we've moved on to the next stage, guys. So, where are we at the moment? We have made a claim through the money claims, the government website. Had to pay a few quid to do that, mind, because it's over £10,000. I think it's about £11,100 now we're up to with fees, etc. and interest. And obviously storage charge, which we made the customer fully aware of. I have tried to get hold of the customer. He has not responded to the money claim and he is not responding to me now. So, as suggested by quite a few of our wonderful viewers, don't mess about, they said. Get in touch with the High Court Enforcement Agency and let them deal with it. And that, guys, is exactly what I've done. So I've been in touch with them today. Obviously, we're getting no response. They've took some details and they are going to go away and recover the money. Get a High Court writ, whatever it may take. We don't like to do that, guys. Obviously, the last thing we ever want to do is fall out with customers. And I hope, for whatever miracle reason, this can end well. But, you know, at the end of the day, we've got to get paid for doing the work that we've done and been instructed to do, so I don't feel too guilty. They've had plenty of chances to respond and pay us the money, haven't done it, so we're going to have to send them guys in and sort it out for us. So that's where we are at the minute, guys. I'm going to keep you updated. The next one to be probably getting that sort of treatment will be this one here. Unfortunately, I've made several attempts to get hold of the customer. That is quite a lot of money's worth of engine there. It was built for the MG, I think it was like the MG Cup or something like that, in an MG ZR. Lot of time, lot of money gone into that engine, believe it or not. The customer has disappeared, not responding to any of my emails, phone calls, and seems to have disappeared off Facebook, which he was on. So slightly concerning, but that is going to be the next one. So I shall speak to the High Court Enforcement Agency tomorrow and see what they can do about that, given the details I've got. I'm not sure whether I've got to actually make a money claim to get them involved. If I have, then that's the way I'll go first. But we're going to start to recoup some of this money, guys, and not fall into the trap that I have created in the past and get into this situation again. There's going to be, like many of you have suggested, in the comments from the last couple of videos, we're going to start to get upfront payments for definitely the parts, part payment, and maybe just sort of stage payments on this type of big job, because we can't afford, no company can afford to be £10,000-20,000 out of pocket. So hopefully, fingers crossed, it all works out good in the end and we get paid and everyone's happy. But that is it for today's video. I'm really glad that we're back. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for being patient over the holidays. I hope you've had a fantastic Christmas and hope you all have a great new year. See you in the next video. Cheers, guys.